The Kids with Cancer Society was established 40 years ago by a group of parents who really felt at that time that there was really not a lot of programs and services geared towards children with cancer and their families. Today we provide more than 50 programs and services at no cost to our families. We are unique and we fill a very, very important void. We meet the families right at diagnosis. So when they get the news from the medical team, we receive a referral. That's very unusual, and we feel very, very blessed that we have that relationship. So we are right there at the very beginning. Having a child diagnosed with cancer is perhaps one of the most difficult things that a family will ever endure. I personally am a parent of a survivor of childhood cancer. So when I meet these families, I understand what they're going through. And behind me is a whole team of people working to support their needs because we know that they need support. The introduction to the Kids with Cancer Society for these families is when I go over and meet them. And I'm taking a bag with me, and it's a symbol of hope. And in that bag, there are so many practical items that help them at that moment. But when I'm giving them that bag, it's not just from the Kids with Cancer Society, it really is representative of all the wonderful donors that we have in the community who are contributing, who care about these children and want to help. Without people who come together to fundraise on our behalf, we would simply not be able to provide what we do for these children and families, and they rely on us. Our goal is to take the weight off the shoulders of these families who are going through very, very difficult times, whether it's financial support, being able to come to the facility just to forget about the hospital environment for a few moments, or simply just reminding them that there is a safe place for them to visit. There are people who care very deeply about their well-being and are working very hard, whether it's the staff members or the community, to make their journey a little easier. It's often the little things that we provide that are most important, like the beady journey that we have, or the gifts of courage that allows children to pick something from a treasure chest when they're going through a traumatic experience. We have educational programs. It's important for families to feel supported and receive counselling. And last but not least, research, because we truly believe that there has to be a better tomorrow for any child that's diagnosed with cancer. The needs over the last 40 years has, without question, increased, and there's various reasons for that. One is that the prognosis for childhood cancer is much better, but what we found is that as more and more children survive the disease, we are finding that there are more and more needs for these children. So educational needs is a perfect example of children who have survived cancer, but they could have cognitive issues relating to their treatments. So we are continuously building the programs that are available for our families. So we have many comments. Working at the Kids with Cancer Society, people say, that must be very difficult for you. And the fact is that some children don't do well. But what we see is strength, courage and determination. Beautiful stories, heartbreakingly beautiful stories that keep us wanting to move forward and wanting to do more and more for these amazing children, their families, who through no fault of their own have been dealt with this diagnosis. It really can be life-changing for these children to know that somebody's in their corner, to know that somebody cares enough to take the time to create events, to make a donation and make a difference in their lives. Because in reality, children cannot fight cancer alone. We need you.